Hey there, it's Rochelle here from the Photographer Society. I am reviewing Innocent Moments Photography's Facebook page, and I wanted to share a few tips here that I can give you, or just some thoughts about, working with your Facebook page. Because as you guys know, and Belinda, who is the owner of Innocent Moments Photography, you would know that, if you don't have a website these days, it's really important to actually have a Facebook page. So, and I know some businesses as well that don't even have a website, but as a photographer and photographers, I really think that a website is super important because I treat a website like my storefront. So you just have to keep in mind that Facebook will not be around forever. Hopefully it will, and it is improving every day, every week, every year. But like MySpace and all those, older platforms that I wasn't even aware of at the time. Yeah, so they've disappeared now, and obviously there's Facebook, there's Instagram, but because we don't own Facebook, we don't know how Facebook is going to keep, keeping their platform, working, and they can continually change the algorithm. I really think it's important. If you don't have a Facebook page, if you don't have a website, sorry, you must get a website. Websites these days don't cost a fortune. So you can, my website currently, I used to have a WordPress website, which you can build one. You can hire someone, say from Upwork, to build you one, or there's some smaller companies that don't charge a lot. And if you're very tech savvy, you could probably build one yourself. But because WordPress was a bit too complex for me at the time when I had it, there wasn't sort of themes that were easy for me to go in and edit and upload image and etc. So I was introduced to Photo Merchant, which is photomerchant.com, and it is really easy to use. I upload my galleries in there. I pay them a year. I got an offer at the time, but I think it's about because I don't sell on the Photo Merchant. They have that option where you can sell. So depending what plan you go on, at the moment I'm on like $170 yearly plan. So it's really nothing, and they maintain everything, the hosting, the server, everything. So you don't have to worry about that as well, because if you go on WordPress, you'll have to pay for hosting, etc. So you might want to check that out. So that's photomerchant.com. Now, in regards to Facebook page, this works hand in hand with your website. So in Belinda's case, I know now she doesn't have a website yet, but it's a good idea to take down some notes on how you can, get your Facebook page to work hand in hand with your website. So first thing, the layout is really good here. So she has got a nice cover photo, which is always good idea to add a few photos in the cover photo. If you don't know the size of the cover photo, usually you can search Facebook and it will tell you the dimensions, but I like to use Canva. So if you go to canva.com, they have pre-made templates, whether it's for a Facebook post, an Instagram post, also for, to select your Facebook cover photo. You can check the dimensions using Canva. You can even design your cover photo in Canva, so you don't really have to do it in Photoshop. To be honest, I really don't use Photoshop for anything but for editing. So I use Canva for my graphics and all that good stuff. So a good cover photo is a cover photo with at least 2 to 3 images. And you can write your name, your business name here, but I like to write the website. But in Belinda's case, she doesn't have a website. So I like to write the website, or I like to write what kind of photographer I am. So newborn and baby photographer or portrait photographer, or whatever it is you do, you want to probably write it there as well. Now I'm looking at Belinda's Facebook page as a guest, obviously, so I don't have access to her Facebook page. She has got here call now. So if you hover over it, it's got her number. I'll show you my Facebook page in a moment, but I have book now. If you are an admin of your page, you'll see that there's a drop down menu around this area, and you can select whatever it is you want. Now, if you don't have a website, obviously you'll have call now, plus you'll have the message button. But if you have a website, I always suggest you go to the book button, and I'll show you why. Now, this is my Facebook page, and you'll see it like this because obviously I'm an admin. Now I have book now. So when I hit book now, I'll test the button so you guys can see where that will take me. It will take me, I've directed it to take me straight to my contact form page. So the page that has my contact form on my website. Why? Because when people are link to that page on the website, it's automatically in their head for them to fill out the form and contact me, because that's what I want them to do. If I had linked it, say, to the home page, I don't want them to get distracted by the images, distracted by a whole other bunch of things that might be going on. They might even get distracted by things going on around them. So the quicker, the shortcut you make it for them, the easier you're going to get that inquiry. So this is why, if you have a website, always link it to the contact form on your website. So if you've got a contact form under the contact page, link it there. So that's an idea to do that. So you can also edit the button. You can add so many other things as well, but either call now or book now is a good idea. Now, I don't like clients calling me straight away because I'm not always on my phone. I get my inquiries, the way I've set up my business is through that contact form on my website or through email. So that's a good idea, and that's a good, really important, once you've got a website, to make sure your Facebook page is working with it. Now, if we'll go back to Belinda's Facebook page, so if you you want to also set up a message, the message button. By that I mean this button over here. Why? Because some people just like messaging businesses on Facebook. They don't like filling out contact forms and all that. So in my case, what I have done, now I'm not going to click on that because Belinda will get a message, but let's assume she doesn't have an autoresponder. So in my case, I have a autoresponder, and you can set this up, and I'll have to use mine as an example so you guys can see. But what happens is, now you can message the page, and I'll go to settings. So if you go to settings, you can actually set this up, and it's a cool new feature. Facebook has had it for a while. So the message here, this is the message settings, so you can read through that and set it up. But the main thing you need to think about here is what you're going to actually write in the message. So I like to write, so I've got here, this is an automated message. Thanks for contacting me. For bookings and session information, head to letsshootphotography.com/contact. You will be emailed my session info and prices. Thanks, Rochelle and team. Now I say team because I have a VA who works for me, a virtual assistant, and she responds to all that. So if I'm not responding, she's 90% responding most of the time. So that tells them, if you've noticed in there, I also link them back to my website, because my goal is to get everyone sending through a message through the website contact form. And I'll say one thing, I do this because I have everything automated. So I don't personally reply to emails, neither does my VA. She doesn't. Every day we get about 4 inquiries minimum, and if for her to sit and reply the same thing, attach the same information to every client, is going to waste at least 2 to 3 hours a day, and time for me is very valuable. So I tell them to go to the contact form, they fill it out, and then 17 Hats, the business system that I use, I've set up an email autoresponder in there, and with the session information PDF, and it sends automatically as soon as someone fills out that form. So just so you understand why my aim is through the autoresponder messenger on Facebook, through the button, through everything, why I link it back to that contact form is because there's an automated email from 17 Hats that's activated once someone sends through that email, that form, which 17 Hats calls a new lead. Then that will generate an automatic email with the welcome email with the session information and all that stuff. So if you're sleeping, because I don't know about you, I get most of my inquiries in the evening right through the night, because as you know, I do maternity and newborn, and all the mums to be and the mums that have just had babies are pretty much all up at night. So I don't like to make anyone wait, and I think that making clients wait will actually, push them away, and they're searching for a photographer, so you might as well be really quicker than anyone else around you. So setting automated emails is the way to go, and these things like the messenger response assistant, Facebook calls it, is really important, and you can tell them to call you right away. If you don't have a website, you can tell them to send through an email. You can do anything, but if you have a website, that's a good idea to do exactly what I'm doing, because it works for me all the time, and that's how I get inquiries, and that's how I turn bookings straight away. I mean, I don't know about you, but I ask my clients, what made you book me? A lot of them tell me because you were so quick and you actually called us. So quick, by that they mean we got the session information, we didn't have to wait a few days. And the second thing, because I got on the phone. So that's another thing, but I'll quickly tell you something. What happens is when I get inquiries every morning, I have between 9:30 and 10:30. I check my schedule that my VA has put all the new inquiries in. I give that each and every client a call. If they don't answer, I will follow up with them with another call the next day or that late that afternoon. So I'm always calling. My VA does all the admin work, activates all the workflows, checks all the Facebook messages, everything like that. So, and I started about 3 years ago with a VA when I was getting no inquiries, but I knew that I wanted a system in place and someone to help me, because I think that if you do everything yourself, you're not going to grow in the end. So, but let's take it step at a time. Okay, so that's the messenger response assistant. So make sure you activate it and make sure you test it as well. So that's just one thing you should do if you don't have that already. Another thing I want to point out here is always link your Instagram feed here. I think I've linked mine. To be honest, I really can't remember. Okay, yes. So your Instagram feed, always link it, and it will appear once people check your Instagram tab on your Facebook page. So let's go down here, Instagram tab. It's really important. Some people love Instagram, so it's good because Facebook now owns Instagram, so they've got that Instagram feed tab, and make sure you link that there. Also, reviews. It's really important that you ask every single client for a review. And what I do for a top tip is I create a collage for them, and I say to them, if you leave me a review, I'll give you this collage as a complimentary gift, just to say thanks. And they do, and I love sharing screenshots of these, whether on my Facebook page or my Instagram stories, just to show proof to people what others are thinking about myself, my business, and my service to them. So if you don't have reviews, if you're not working on, you have clients but you don't have the reviews, make sure you ask. Make sure it's in your workflow process to ask every single client, because it's really, really important. Okay, so your about page. This is really important, and let's go back to Belinda's Facebook page. Let's check her about page. All right, so she's got the basics here. I wish to create special outdoor memories for families and children to treasure forever. So that's in a nutshell what she loves to do, what she's about. So I kind of like that. It's really good. Short and sweet. So good on you, Belinda. Also, yes, she's got send message there. Okay, she's got her email. Awesome. Story, I like to capture people in natural surroundings, playing, talking, laughing, daydreaming, etc. So it's pretty much like lifestyle photography you might want to add in there. The best shots are not always camera facing. Exactly. So you can add a bit, a bit more about your business if you wanted to there. Like you're maybe a natural light photographer. I like to photograph children between the ages of so and so. Most of my sessions are outdoor. I'm located in the area or in whatever state, because I find that some people find it, for some reason, even though it's on your Facebook page, people find it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because people use their mobile apps and it doesn't show as much, but people don't find your location right away. So I like to mention that as well. Okay, so also I wrote down some notes here what I was going to. Okay, so about growing your Facebook page. So as you can see here, Belinda has only 310 people that like this. So the time that I started getting traction is when I started with my Facebook Lights campaign. Now it's really important you start focusing, growing your Facebook page. Now Facebook these days doesn't, that we depend because of the algorithm, they won't show your post to everyone, but it's a good idea to have as much people on your Facebook page. And in that, I would start, if you want to use Facebook ads, start something called a like campaign, which is you target your ideal customer, target them by the pages they might like, by the products they might buy. So Facebook ads has become very, very sophisticated to the point where you can target people by specific things. So it's a really good time to actually start running a Facebook campaign, and you can run it at least with $3 a day, the least. And you can then increase it to $5 a day. So it doesn't really break the bank, but if you're really tight, don't do it. But if you can afford at least $3 a day, it's a good idea to target people in and around your area and also get specific. So what would your ideal client, other pages they might like? You can actually, in Facebook ads, target those pages so you can target them. So you, in other words, say to Facebook, okay, Facebook, show me people between the ages of 19 and 35 that have children, that like these mum pages, these parent pages. I'm not going to name any pages, just whatever you think your ideal client might be a fan of, which other page. You can search for it. If it comes up, you can actually target their fans. So Facebook ads is a whole other subject, and we have 2 expert masterclasses inside the business school. One covers the basics to understand Facebook and setting up your Facebook pixel and all that stuff. And the second masterclass runs you through how to create these ads. So if you want to know more, go to thephotographersociety.com and you can join the business school there. So that's my advice to you. I really think you should start where you're focusing on building your audience on your Facebook page if you're not getting a website. And both ways, I still think you should actually focus on growing your Facebook page if that's where most of your inquiries and bookings are coming from. Ages ago, I used to be using Google AdWords because everyone was just focusing on their website and that's how they'd get traffic. These days, 90% of my inquiries come through Facebook, because I have over 4,000 likes, plus I target those people that like my page, and I run Facebook ads to new potential clients that are getting me, anywhere between 4 to 6 inquiries a day. The least I've got a day is probably 2. So that's why I really truly believe if you can nail Facebook ads to firstly grow your Facebook page, then maybe create an ad and target those people on your Facebook page, or you can do both in the same time. Target specific audience in a specific area that may be your area or surrounding, and those clients would be your ideal clients. Plus they would like your page and obviously hopefully inquire to get to book you in. So that's a really good idea to do that. And as much as you can as much as you can, keep posting, and also check your insights for posting. That's another important thing. So I'll show you mine. And if you go up the top there, once you're on your Facebook page, you click on Insights, and Facebook sort of tells you who is liking what time, and all that stuff. So Insights is very too much in detail to go through, but it pretty much tells you, between what day, how much likes you've gotten, videos, how much people have viewed them, post engagements. They even show you what posts got the most engagements. Any ads you've ran, they show you them there. So recently this morning I did a Facebook Live on my photography page, and it got 640 reach. Now if you can do Facebook Lives and show yourself behind the scenes. It's really good because Facebook has said that they are pushing video out more than posts and images, which is bad for us as photographers, but you got to work with it. You got to go with the flow. You can't sit and say, okay, I'm just going to keep posting. If video works, do a video every now and then, like I do, and that you'll find that it pushes it out. So it showed me there the reach got 640, whereas the other day, 2 days ago, I posted an image, organic, got 526. It reached 526. So this was just today. So this video was just today and it got 640. So to the 2 days ago, I posted an image, got only 526. So that took 48 hours to reach that much. Whereas the video got it in a day, not even a day. It hasn't been until next morning. I'm recording this in the evening. So the next morning, in about 8 hours, it will be 24 hours. And that will probably double by then. So it tells you all the insights here. It's a good idea to get familiar with it so you understand. Also, it tells you other pages you might want to watch, but we don't need to know that. Yeah, so it tells you all that. You can manage your promotions, which are the Facebook ads through here, but I suggest you start using Power Editor to run your Facebook ads, but it's more sophisticated and it's more in-depth and in detail. And so it's really good to keep an eye on your insights, because that way you know what's getting you more reach and to do more of. Okay, so let me just see. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to, I'm just checking my notes, pretty much what I wanted to cover today. You're doing a good job. Good on you with the posting, and keep that up. And like I said, if you can do video or just pre-record a video and upload it and see how that goes, check your insights, create that Facebook Messenger, automated messenger, what do they call it again? The personal assistant messenger. Create that so people know that you're always active. If you get a website, link the call now button, change it to book now, and link it to your contact page and set an automated email. It's just really important. People get information. When people want something, they want it then and now. More than ever these days, people are always hungry for information. If they want something, they want it now. People are impatient. They don't want to wait. So think of a way how you can make this possible for everyone, because I know when someone is looking for a photographer, they're not only looking at you, they're looking at a million others, in and around you. So you want to be the first one to stand out. So hopefully you got something out of this video, and I look forward to making more of these. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below.